Hello and welcome to the first ever Golden Bachelor series recap. The Golden Bachelor has been teased for years and was briefly put on the shelf because of the pandemic, but through the trials and tribulations, it is finally here and it delivered. We are introduced to the first lead of the series, Gerry Turner, a 72-year-old retired restaurant owner and a widower from Hudson, Indiana. We get introduced to Gary's family, which includes his two daughters with his first wife as well as two grandchildren. Gerry is looking for a second chance at love after losing his wife of 43 years, Tony, who sadly passed away 6 years before this show aired. They were high school sweethearts and got married in the 1970s. Gerry was devastated when he lost the love of his life, as he was hoping never to replace Tony, but is looking for a second chance at finding love in his 70s. This brings us to the iconic Bachelor Mansion located in the Malibu Hills area, where it's now Gary's turn to take the lead in this new but exciting spin-off series of the Bachelor franchise. A total of 22 women were casted for Gary's season, with ages ranging from 60 to 75, all from different walks of life, many with children and grandchildren of their own. So who are these fabulous 22 women who have come from all over the United States for a chance to compete for the first ever Golden Bachelor? Well, like all of the other shows, the iconic limo entrances begin with Gerry waiting to greet them, as he is very humbled and grateful for this opportunity. The first woman to step out of the limo is 60-year-old Edith, dressed in gold, and gets the party started by popping some party poppers. Gerry is so welcoming and warm as more women make their entrance. We had Leslie from Minnesota, who says she's Prince's ex-girlfriend from their younger years, and comes out in a grandma costume and then rips it off, cracking Gerry up. We have some more quirky gimmicks with Teresa from New Jersey, who makes an entrance with her birthday suit, which was just her in a skin-colored bodysuit, but really, it is Teresa's birthday as she is turning 70 on premiere night. Next, we get introduced to April, who comes out with a basket of eggs and starts acting like a chicken, all in the name of letting Gerry know she grew up on a farm. We also have a recognizable contestant, and that's Patty. She's the former Bachelor number 27, Matt James's mother, and she is here to compete for love. She even lets Gerry know her background in her introduction, as she wants another chance at love. We also get an exciting limo entrance as 61-year-old Faith from Washington State comes in on a motorcycle and really impresses Gerry. So when host Jesse Palmer lets Gerry know he's met all the women, Gerry is so thrilled and honored to begin his journey. Gerry heads inside and addresses the 22 women, and really Gerry seems like a great lead as he handles himself with class as well as grace. And when the honorary toast to the season begins, it's April who steals him away to talk to him first. April, who lived on a farm growing up but currently resides in Florida, showcases a calendar of herself, all with the month of April. We also get introduced to Ellen, a retired teacher from Florida, who speaks to Gerry about her friend Roberta, who is a big fan of the show, but unfortunately Roberta is suffering from health issues, but she encouraged Ellen to go on the show. Unfortunately, we learn that Ellen's friend Roberta passed away, as this season is dedicated to her. Gerry is getting to know the women as he makes connections with Natasha, a pro-aging coach, who shares some fun activities and does a fun laughing exercise with Gerry, cracking everyone up. Gerry also makes a connection with motorcycle woman Faith, who also plays the guitar for him, which enamors Gerry, and eventually we are all treated to one of the best things, which was Gerry having a dance party with the women, which was amazing as Gerry winked at the camera. Even though this is a new spin-off series, the Bachelor format is pretty much the same. Host Jesse Palmer comes in with the iconic first impression rose, which slightly changes the mood as the women are trying their best to make a good impression on Gerry. We then see Gerry talk to Teresa, who is celebrating her 70th birthday with a cupcake. She shares a letter that her daughter wrote her, which really touches Gerry, and then they share their first kiss, and this is the first kiss for Gerry on the Golden Bachelor, so yay for Teresa and Gerry making Bachelor Nation history. But even though Teresa made a great impression on Gerry, Gerry ended up giving the first impression rose to motorcycle woman Faith, securing her the first rose on this franchise and securing her another week. Gerry and Faith share their first kiss as Gerry is so excited and happy about the women who showed up for a second chance at love. Welcome to the first ever Golden Bachelor rose ceremony. There are already going to be some major cuts on night 1. With Faith safe, Gerry calls out the following women in order, securing them a rose. Gerry calls Ellen first, then Teresa. Next, Gerry calls Joan, Natasha, Leslie, Christina. Edith secures a rose, then Nancy. April is called next, then Sandra, Jeannie, Kathy, Marina, Peggy, and the last rose goes to Susan. 16 women remain. Night 1 exits were Anna, a retired nutritionist, Maria, a health and wellness director, Pamela, a retired salon owner, Patty, former Bachelor Matt James's mother, as well as Renee, an author, and lastly, Sylvia, a public affairs consultant. And that's it for this first episode of The Golden Bachelor. Thank you for watching Whitney Alex Works recap of The Golden Bachelor Season 1, Episode 1, the premiere. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe here for more videos in the future. See you soon for the next episode.